Welcome back to this glorious homestead. Kiki, kiki, kiki. Where's your brother? Kiki, kitty, 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 kitty. Looks like we got some birds right there. Oh yeah, look at the babies. Look at all of them. Kitty cat, why don't you run them birds off? Huh? Why don't you run them birds off? Alright, well, I had to feed the cat this morning so she'd get out from under my feet. Oh, there's one right there. They all flew out from the nest and like scattered around. She's had good success having that many babies. Welcome back to this glorious homestead. It is a beautiful spring, cool day here in Tennessee. We got a delivery about a week ago. Hatch Time sent me a hatching box, or a layer box, I should say. Yeah. So we're going to unbox it and open it and put it together, because we have a special edition coming this afternoon, and I have got to get those quail out of that hatcher, or out of that brooder box, because I'm gonna need it today. They taped it up good. All right. Directions. I think we'll read these directions. Well, maybe it did come with a water. Yeah, it did come with a water. Right there. Well, there's just 10 steps, so maybe it won't be too bad. I need a pair of pliers to squeeze that together. That's much easier. Those those plastic joints fit tight. You don't have to worry about them coming apart once they're in. Well, that was easy. One cage down. Yeah, I would definitely suggest using a pair of needle nose or some kind of plier. That's a whole lot easier on your fingers when you're trying to put them together. Yeah, so I'd say if you if you get the big tower, like there's a bunch of them stacked on top of each other, once you put one or two of them together, you'd have a pretty good idea of how they go together, and it'd probably go a lot faster. But I just ordered two because I'm just now starting off. I'd like to raise about 50 quail. You know, give some eggs to my friends and family, and we want to try out the meat and see how it tastes. And I've heard some that say it's really good meat, and I've heard some that say, yeah, it's good, but it's gamey. So we're going to give it a try. Second cage. Now this is where it's going to get a little different. These two cages have got to go together. Once you get one side lined up, it goes a lot easier. Keeping everything lined up simultaneously. This has got off a little bit. Now, All right, so that drink tube, it has some slots cut out right here, and you just push it through there. You put this short piece of plastic on here, no fittings or anything. It's kind of self-tapping. And then put that through the hole. And it's a tight fit. And then you screw this on. Finger tight. We'll see if it leaks in a minute. And then I guess you cut it to length. And I don't know how that's gonna set. If I have it set and level, I don't have it pushed all the way in, so don't worry about that. There's a drain. It just goes in there like that. And you attach it right here to the bottom of this, and we can drain it out. But there's no fittings, it's just you may have to put them on there a couple of times because they're real stiff. Put them on there, take them off. There we go. Sets on there like that. Just like that. I'm gonna keep, they sent an extra nipple. So I'm gonna keep this nipple in this piece of plastic, which this one's pretty long too. I could always cut one off of that. All right guys, well that's it. That didn't take very long. All right, they got water. All right, let's get the quail in their new home and see how they like it. Right now, I don't know what's a rooster and what's a hen. I've not, I guess, sexed them yet. All right, guys, I believe that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you've learned a little something. I think Hatch Time has a good product. It seems to be well built and sturdy and lasts a long time. Well, all the barn swallows have flew the coop. I need to build them a nest over in one of those trees so they'll start nesting over there. But anyway, all right, be sure to tune in next time and see the new addition to the homestead. Until then, I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll catch you next time.